Over the last probably 18 months, we've seen builders do some pretty crazy things when it comes to selling homes. The closing costs and rate buydowns have all kind of become the norm in today's market, at least here in DFW. But I've got one builder that's doing something I haven't seen anybody else do recently. And they reached out and said, hey, we need to talk about getting some of these homes sold. So I want to share some of this information with you, what they've kind of shared with me, and give you kind of some insight into what we're seeing happening, and give you some real payments on a couple of homes that might make sense for you to take a look at if you're in the market for a new home in DFW. Now, so I said that at the beginning. Again, we're seeing relatively normal right now. Builders are paying, closing costs or rate buydowns or price reductions or all kinds of things to try and figure out how to move homes. There's no secret to that, right? That's one of the reasons we love selling new constructions, because we find deals like this all the time. And every builder structures differently, but one of the builders I do a lot of business with has done something recently, and they've got a rate under 4%, and it's not a 1-0 buy down. They've got actually a couple options on rates under 4% that I want to show you and kind of talk you through to give you some insight and show you these houses, right? Why are builders doing this? Well, the short of it is they need to sell homes. And in a lot of cases, when builders start doing this, this becomes some of their longest standing inventory. So at a certain point, they get to where they say, hey, you know what? We've dropped our price as far as we can. We're holding on to this home. We have our holding costs. Let's do some other things to try and start promoting these homes. And this is where we get to with this. So, and you're going to hear me say this and you're going to freak out and you're like, oh my gosh, this is what got us in trouble a long time ago. And this is a big deal. I don't know that this is that, but I do want to just kind of preface it and give you some thoughts on it. So I have a builder right now that's doing a 5-year ARM, so adjustable rate mortgage. A lot of builders are doing a 1-0, like a 1-year buy down or a 2-year buy down, and even some are doing 3-year buy downs to where they get back to a rate and it locks at year 3. This builder in particular has an option right now where they're doing a 5-year adjustable rate ARM. So basically the way I understand this is, and I've talked exclusively with their lender to make sure I understood it, the rate is locked for 5 years. And then after that 5-year point, it would then start to adjust to whatever is in the market at a 1% year over year increase to get you back to where the market is. So like, let's just say the market goes crazy and it gets to 8%. Well, it's not just going to jump from here to 8%. It's going to gradually move back up that way. Or you look at the potential of refinancing. Now, I do want to preface this by saying the reason you would do this, is like you understand, hey, we're trying to save money on the front end and you're gambling on what's going to happen in 5 years. Maybe you're going to sell that home. Maybe you think you're going to do a refi or whatever. You would just have to look at the numbers and see. And this is where I would strongly direct you to say, hey, before you ever think about this, you need to have a conversation with the lender to kind of understand it. And luckily their lender is Benchmark, and they are actually in they're in the description of this video, and you can talk directly to Jared and be like, hey, if I was going to take this 5-year ARM, what would it mean for us kind of in terms of payment? But all that to be said, I have the list. So they have a couple of different options of homes that they're doing. One of them is an FHA loan. It's a 3.75 rate over 5 years. Or you could take a fixed 30 of 4.75, or you could do a 3.99 conventional or 4.99 conventional. And so these are some of the homes that I think they've probably been sitting on for the longest, and they need to move this inventory. So you're going to get probably a really good deal on these homes. I want to show you these, and then I'll show you just kind of a simulation of the payment. But again, if you have questions in detail about getting this set up, Benchmark down below is the perfect person to talk to. Jared and his team will get all of these questions answered as to why you would do this and help run the scenarios of how this makes sense. So let me share my screen. Let's go right here. And let's start with this home right here. So this home actually qualifies for their 3.75, 4.75 FHA or 3.99, 4.99 conventional. So this is up in Pilot Point. It is a 4-bed, 3-bath, almost 2,200 square feet. It is currently listed at $419. Let's just check it out and see what we've got going on. So 3-car garage, and then you've got the 2 bedrooms on the front with the study, and then your primary bedroom at the rear. And they did it looks like they did the extended covered patio. Did it say 4-car? Or 4-bed, I'm sorry. So they took out the 3-car, and this one actually is gonna get you the 4th bed. So at $419. So let's just do some numbers on this one because I want to show. So this is again Pilot Point up north. If you were looking Creekview Meadows, this might be an option. And I just want to say this is not the only. I'm looking at the list. Like I've got the list right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like they have 12 homes that might qualify for this particular program that they're running. And then they've got on their second sheet, they've got a ton of homes that will qualify for the 3.99 or the 4.25. But this one, we're doing 3.75 on a FHA loan. So let's take this home. And again, it was $419. Let's go check our, let's just say it's an FHA. And we're gonna say our home price was, let's just round it down, $419, 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna put one more zero, there we go. We're gonna put a 3.5% down payment down because you're using an FHA loan. The rate on this, again, 3.75 is what we're showing on the FHA side. Insurance, we're gonna say about $1,900 a year. And I think taxes in this neighborhood are a little bit higher. I think let's go 2.5 just to be on the safe side. Again, just a little bit of an estimate just to show you what we're gonna look at on that 3.75. So at 3.75 on 419, the principal interest is $1,905 a month. Taxes, it's Texas. I'm so sorry. You're still getting kind of hosed on the taxes, insurance, and then you're going to have your mortgage insurance there, and that'll be based on your credit score. But again, this 1905 would be a 5-year fixed ARM, and then it would adjust to the market. You need to talk to a lender to get some more questions answered on that one. But I'm just kind of trying to make you aware of where we're seeing these deals, and builders kind of put some things out there that might make you jump off the sidelines and want to get in, right? I'm just, that's kind of the thing that we're putting together and saying, hey, my job is as best as I can is just giving perspective. So that was house number 1. Maybe like, Zach, I don't want to be Pilot Point. There's not much going on out there. I'm not really sure. I want to actually be on the east side of town, and I want you to find me a house a little bit bigger. Perfect. I've got it. Let's go and see this next one. This one also still qualifies. We're going to do this one on their 3.99 with that rate. Again, 5-year ARM or the 4.99. I think it's a fixed 30, right? So 664. This is one of the biggest plans that Pacesetter built. And you're like, Zach, I don't even know who Pacesetter is. We've talked a lot about them. I personally built with them several years ago. We loved our house, had a positive experience. We have a lot of clients that select them. They're a little bit smaller of a builder. They're going to close anywhere between 3 and probably 400 to 500 homes in the DFW market here this year. So if you're looking for that builder that's got a little bit more, quality and a little bit more like, hey, we're going to kind of care about not so much the big box builders that are doing thousands of homes. This might be one to consider. So this particular home is in Rockwall. It is a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, almost 4,000 square feet. Again, one of the biggest floor plans and homes that they build. 3-car garage with this kind of J-swing. So I'm gonna let you see the floor plan here. So we've got our bedroom downstairs. We've got a study off to this 1-car garage, large kitchen, dining space, master bedroom, and then upstairs you have a game room and then your extra bedrooms with the optional media room. So you will get a media room with this home. This particular neighborhood, again, being in Rockwall Park Hills, this is right off of John King. It's super close to the new IKEA, to HEB, to I-30, which is, it's kind of a little bit more of a boutique style neighborhood. So it's not going to be, you can kind of see as we look at the map, not going to be a massive neighborhood with all the pools and amenities and things like that, which means not a crazy amount on the HOA. So under $1,000 on the HOA, but the best part about this neighborhood, in my opinion, is that right there. It's a 1.52 tax rate, no mud and no PID, which is what so many people want to find. There's a lot of those, honestly, if you're looking in the Rockwall area and you're up above this like 5, 6, 7 price point, this is where you're gonna find it, is kind of in the Rockwall area, great schools. So let's do the same thing. Let's run our payment on this one. It was $664,950. So we'll come back over here. We're actually going to do this one on a conventional. 664,950. We're going to do a 10% down payment, and we're going to say, hey, you know what? We have a 3.99 rate. And then insurance, we're going to call it about $1,900 just on average. Taxes, we're going to percentage 1.52. Okay. pull it up. Here we go. So principal and interest right about $2,800 a month on this one. Taxes $840. Again, just estimating, not putting out any. We got to again talk to the lender and see, and just be like, hey, and then insurance and your PMI probably a little high, maybe a little bit less than that, just depending on your credit score. So if you're looking at these, you're like, Zach, this doesn't fit. It's fine. We help people in all price points, at all budgets, in all locations across DFW, as long as you're buying new. And if you have questions, you can send us an email directly down below. Or honestly, if you just need to book a one-on-one call where we can sit and just kind of face-to-face, have this conversation and work through your specific scenario, we are happy to do that with you. We want to help you, and we want to continue to help finding stupid good deals like this, where we can say, hey, you know what? Builders have inventory they need to move. They're incentivizing you guys to help buy them, and let's get as much money out of their pocket as possible and make sure your payments get to where they need to be. So that was our 2 on that low promo. The other one they've got is a 3.99 or a 4.25 conventional, or a fixed at 5.25. It's kind of confusing. I get it, but I just want you to know, I want to show you what's out there and what's available. So if I go and we get our next neighborhood, we're actually going to jump back up north and we're going to go to Melissa. A lot of people have been buying recently in Melissa. There's a lot of growth up there. It's kind of one of the quiet areas of along the 75 corridor. Everybody's talks about Frisco, Prosper, Salina. This just kind of staying on 75, Melissa, Anna, Van Alstyne. I think there's a lot of potential up here. If you're looking for great schools, you're looking for a good community, you're looking for a place where you can kind of raise family, this would be a place that I think I would consider. So 494, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,400 square feet. Let's take a look at it here. We've got bedroom. We've got the game room in between the 2 bedrooms. You've got your study right here, large family room. And again, this is an Addison 2 floor plan in Melissa, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,460 square feet. I got to show you again because I love pointing these kind of things out. Another little bit smaller of a community, not a massive field. This is actually sandwiched in between Melissa High School. The new Melissa Middle School is right off just to the other side. And then there's an elementary school kind of over here on the back side of the neighborhood. But best part here, again, no mud. Oh, wait, where'd it go? No mud, no PID. 1.901 on the tax rate. So you keep asking me, guys, where do we find low taxes? I'm showing them to you. So this one, 494. Let's do the same thing. Payment 494. Just make it for zeros, and we're gonna say that's a 4.25 conventional interest rate. 4.25, and the payment or taxes 1.9. It'll compute 3294 estimated. Again, principal and interest 2,100. They're about 2,187. And of course, if you were putting more or less down, this would kind of factor into that one. Now, last one I want to show you. I want to go back to Rockwall. This is one of the other neighborhoods that they have in the Rockwall area. 3,500 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath. This one is just down the street from the brand new freshman center, and you could walk your kids to elementary school if you had kids. So big one here. 4-bed, 3-bath, 3-bath, yeah, 3,500 square feet, 3-car garage. We've got the J-swing, got the media room, again, behemoth of a home. Also, when we look at this, I got to show you because I keep telling you, $699 in Rockwall. Another one, smaller community, got a little bit of a pond, small pool, great options there. But again, total tax rate 1.56, $699. Let's go do it. $699, 1, 2, 2, 3, and we're gonna stick with that same 4.25 conventional and 56? Yeah, 56. Compute, and boom, there we go. Again, just estimates. I want you to know, we're continuing to see builders spend money to buy rates down. I read an article the other day. It was talking about one of the builder executives said, hey, we think we're going to spend anywhere between 6 to 8 or 9% per transaction in terms of rate buy downs and closing costs. So if you're looking and you're on the sidelines, you're like, let's jump in and go find what might make the most sense for you. Whether, again, Rockwall, Salina, let's go south to Waxahachie. I don't care. Let's go spend some of the builders' money and get you guys into a new home. And again, if you have questions, please, we're here. We want to help transact with you. If you're curious about that article that I just referenced, it's actually in another video we just shot where we talked about what 15 of the biggest builder CEOs in America said about the housing market in 2026. I want you to go check that out right now.